Hey up YouTube, it's Greg from GobsonGaming here with yet another Black Ops 3 video for your enjoyment. Now, how are we getting on the road to Dark Matter? To be honest with you, we're chugging away quite nicely. The KRM's now gold, that one's out of the way. And the next gun that we've drawn at random is the beastly Kuda. I was happy with that. Really happy with that, to be honest with you. It was one that I'd been looking at using, wanted to use for quite a while. So the gameplay in the background, as you've already noticed, is me using the Kuda. And it's better than okay for once. As this Kuda's a little bit of a kingpin, if we're honest. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the perks and the attachments and things like that. And I need to remind you that actually this gun is kind of brand new to me, because when the game came out I didn't use it. I jumped straight onto the VMP as the kind of submachine gun I tried out. So at the moment I'm running the suppressor, the reflex sight and the grip as my attachments, and it's working really well. The suppressor's useful, keeps you off the minimap, and it doesn't seem to kind of stop you dropping people and kind of change your time to kill too much. It's not bad at all. And the kind of attachments that complement that are the perk Ghost, which keeps you off the minimap totally, and it's working really well. Now, those keen watchers among you from previous videos will remember me mentioning the snow when I was talking about the KRM shotgun, and it was not there yet, but right now, as I'm speaking to you and I'm recording this commentary, it's snowing outside. The roads are getting covered. It's quite cool. I always like when it snows. It feels like it's something we should have. From West Yorkshire, we're in the north of England, we should be having winter snows. It's part of what I've grown up with, and this year it's just felt too warm up until this kind of week that we've had of a bit colder weather. And so I've spent the majority of the day out with my family walking the dogs. We've been up on the tops in the snow, and it started as we were kind of getting towards the end of the walk. Started to snow a little bit, so we've come back down off the tops and into our kind of village town that we live nearby, and it started to snow there. And by the time it's got to this point at about 9 o'clock at night, the roads are covered and things, and the snow's really coming in, which is lovely. And just before recording this, I was kind of noting down what I wanted to talk about to you guys, and I had a quick look out the window because I'd got snow on my list of notes that I wanted to just talk about. And there was a crash outside, nothing serious, just a little shunt in the snow with not having the same grip as usual, but it's really quite nice out there. And I always like to talk about, which is kind of the next topic, I really like to talk about what I've been watching on YouTube. Recently I've been watching a little bit of Stealth Gamer 2020, who's not a big YouTuber by any means, but this guy was great enough to comment on one of my videos and said that he'd subscribed, and said, well done, keep doing what you're doing. So I went across to his, I subscribed, and I looked at some of the stuff he was doing. And I've been watching him play some of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. And it's the first I watched it, some of the kind of the trailers and some of the gameplay at E3 when it was been released and things, but I've been watching Stealth Gamer 2020 play it on realistic difficulty, where enemies have near perfect aim, they deal increased damage to you, and you have no aim assist whatsoever. Now, it's entertaining because you've got to play in a totally different style to sort of a Call of Duty arcade style shooter. You can't play like that, so you've got to play totally different. So I think that's a really good thing to watch, and just see how, see the kind of gaming style that you have to adopt for that sort of game. I think it's really different and interesting. It's entertaining for me. So yeah, make sure you hit up Stealth Gamer 2020. Really like that guy. The other person that I watch a lot of, and I mean a lot of, is Jakes23. Now, he's a bigger YouTuber, but I don't know if you'll know of him, because not everyone does. He's been doing YouTube a long time. He's a bit of one of the forefathers of gaming commentary, really, and if he heard me say that, he'd be probably playing it down because that's the kind of dude that he is, but it really is. He's been doing it a long time, and he's built his channel up with quality content, and at the minute he's doing a lot of Ark Survival Evolved, which is a survival game based on an island with kind of prehistoric creatures. It's really, really cool. It's an epic series. He's covering all the bases, and I definitely recommend to you going across to the channel, watching that series, but also subscribing, because he does Call of Duty content. He's built his channel on Call of Duty. He's done Gold Gun series. So, you know, he's coming second, I think, for the best sort of Call of Duty tutorial videos from I can't remember their channel name, but they do loads of top 5s and top 10s and things, and he came second, along just behind Drifter, which links nicely to the next YouTuber I've been watching a lot of. I try to keep up with Drifter because he's kind of factual information. It's really beneficial to someone like me who does take a little bit of notice of stats and sort of recommending playstyles based on that. So I've been watching a lot of Drifter, a lot of his in-depth series, but also his Dream video, which has been really, really strange, and the part 4's recently just come out with the finale. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go watch part 1, 2, 3 and 4. It's really, really weird, but it's you know, it's entertainment, and it's what we watch YouTube for as gamers. So I really do recommend you go across there and check that out. I forgot really to mention properly about the gameplay in the background. It's my personal best in Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and you'll see at the end that I do get a good score. It's decent, and I'm playing some Kill Confirmed, and I've got the monochrome camo recently in the black market supply drops for the Kuda, and it's not my favourite, but it's still pretty cool. It looks okay. I'm making really good use of the movement. I'm making really good use of the score streaks that I've got enabled. I've got the UAV, the lightning strike, I think, and the Wraith. And in this gameplay, you might have already seen I've brought in the Wraith a couple of times, I think, which is, you know, decent for me. You know, the opening gambit, so to speak, was me going on a Merciless from the game starting out. So this is, you know, this is really interesting to see when I've used so many guns in the game, and I come to the Kuda, and I've not used it prior to this. I think I'd got 2 kills with it, and that's probably from picking it up off the floor. And straight away, you know, getting into my rhythm with it, killing loads of people, playing really like fluid, it's really flowing, and it looks really good. So I'm really enjoying my time with the Kuda. It's definitely made COD a little bit even more addictive, so to speak, because I'm just getting on the console and I'm getting, you know, score streaks, I'm getting plenty of kills, and I'm really enjoying that. If you haven't used the Kuda, I would definitely recommend you hop on and give it a go. It's something that's, I wouldn't say effortless, because you've got to be skilled to a certain degree, but it's a gun that is going to do some of the work for you. It's got high enough damage, high enough range, high enough fire rate to, you know, it's good at all things, really is. I want to talk about the Twitter account for GobsonGaming. I'm really trying to get a following on Twitter, so make sure you head over there and follow us at GobsonGaming. I'll tweet about what guns we are using at the minute on the road to Dark Matter and other things, just what we're up to and things, and you never know, there might be some photos on there and things like that in the future. Now, if you don't already subscribe to us, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you leave a comment. I always check those. I try and pride myself on communicating with you viewers, and also drop a like on the video, because that'll help to get us out a little bit more. And that's all from us, so we'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. GG.